Right, good morning YouTube. I've never done a repotting video as part of my channel, but I did say I was going to do one this morning. This Schmidt's Mummy Eye, which I recently purchased over 2 weeks ago. I'm going to repot it now. It's smelling. It was watered yesterday to soften it all up, so I just thought I'd go through how I repot my Masdevallias. So firstly, I use a perlite and small bark mix, which I purchased locally from an orchid suppliers. I get sphagnum moss. I always use dry sphagnum moss. I water it afterwards. I break this down. I don't use that much. I've got rubbing alcohol because I've sterilised my scissors if I've got any damaged roots that need to come off. I've also got some hydrogen peroxide that I spray the roots if I've cut any roots, damaged roots, or there might be parasites in the old media. Somebody asked me the other week why I use instant foam. In this greenhouse I haven't got access to a tap water facilities for washing my hands. So even if you go into a hospital, one of the easiest ways to pass any disease is by your hands. So I always use this instant foam, a sanitizer. I just spray it on my hands, rub it all in, and I'm ready to go. It's one way, because I touch different plants during the day. I don't come in the greenhouse, keep going back to the house to wash my hands. I come in the greenhouse, I start doing the work, I start doing my orchids, and I haven't washed my hands. Well, I've sterilised my scissors, but I haven't sterilised my hands. So I always use instant foam. If it's good enough for a hospital, it's good enough for my Masdevallias. So let's have a look at this one then. Schmidt's Mummy Eye from Colombia. Lovely little orchid. Flowers in the autumn, likes partial shade. I think the common name for it is Schmidt's Mummy, because the German Colombian orchid enthusiast named it after Schmidt, obviously his name, for his mummy. This was found in 1976, so not so long ago. I haven't got a photo of this in bloom at the moment. You can see them on the orchid channels of Schmidt's Mummy Eye. It's quite a nice looking flower, but let's get it out of this pot, let's get it out of this media, and let's get it repotted. I hope you can see down there. I'm just going to tip out the old media, see what kind of root we've got. God, it does smell bad. It's probably been in this for up to about, I would say, 2 years. As you can see, they've used a perlite mix. They've used small bark, they've used sphagnum moss, so similar to what I would use. This, I've got a lot of dead roots at the moment. It really needs a good trim. Looks like there's it's done its own division. Can you see that? It's done its own division. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this up. I have to go back into the kitchen, get some water, clean all this off the roots, then we'll come back and we'll be planting this Schmidt's Mummy Eye in its new pot. Give me 5 minutes. Right, I've washed off the Schmidt's Mummy Eye. I've trimmed all the roots down. I've got a lot of new growth, like I said before. The roots was really bad on it, but don't worry about Masdevallias. Masdevallias come back. So let's get this potted up. I've mixed my small bark and perlite mix with my sphagnum moss. I've just sprayed it a little bit with a bit of water, rainwater that is. Now I'm just going to put it in the pot and get the Masdevallia in. So with Masdevallias, I mean, you try to put them in the centre of the pot, but unfortunately Masdevallias will grow where they want to grow, and they'll grow how they want to grow. So I just put it in the pot as central as possible. I've got roots coming out this side, so put a little bit more in. I tap it down, I don't force it too much. I like it to be fairly tight, but I do like air to get around the roots. That's coming in alright, that is. It's fairly stable in that pot now. I'll just put a bit more in, just around this end. Take that, don't need that on top. And there it is, repotted. I'll put the label back in. I've already put repotting on the label, I'm sure you can see that, the 4th 18. Put that in, and I'll repot the other small division into another pot. I won't show you that because it's very similar to what I've just done with this, but that's how you repot a Masdevallia division. Don't worry so much about Masdevallia roots. Masdevallia roots will take, so long as you've trimmed off any dead roots. I haven't used any hydrogen peroxide because I didn't find any parasites or creepy crawlies inside the old media. So yeah, that's it, and that's all you have to do for these beautiful little orchids. So with that done and dusted, I can get on with other things I've got to do. I'll now put this back in with the rest of my collection, keep an eye on it for a few days to make sure it's taking hold, and that's it. So one Masdevallia repotted from mixed Masdevallia orchids. So thanks for watching, see you next time, and don't forget, if you did like the video, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. If you're not interested, you can always give us a thumbs down. But that's it, job done. Thanks very much for watching.